2020. It's been a year none of us will forget, as much as we might like to. And when Next Avenue invited you, our readers, to share your stories, we were overwhelmed by the sheer number of responses. We were moved to hear how you've been finding inspiration, how your lives are changing, and what wisdom you have for us as we learn to move forward together in these challenging times. So to honor that, this is Next Avenue, telling our stories.
Hello, my name is Mary Hiland. I am a 75-year-old woman, totally blind and living alone with my seeing eye dog, Dora. I am a mother of 2 and grandmother of 5. Writing this essay made me realize why social distancing and sheltering in place have not necessarily been a hardship for me. I hope this essay helps those who are experiencing sadness or depression because of having to shelter in place. Here's my essay, Toasting the End. Listening to the gurgle of half a bottle of margarita mix as I poured it down the drain might have caused extreme remorse for those who love having a cocktail before dinner. But for me, it meant a wave of sadness, not because of a waste of a perfectly good adult beverage, but it was the realization that my plans for having it on hand for unexpected company were just a pipe dream. There would be no company, expected or not. From the moment I heard that COVID-19 had invaded the world, I made the decision to keep myself, my friends, and my family as safe as possible. If that meant self-isolation, then that's the way life would be for the duration. Although I am totally blind, I don't mind living alone. As an only child, I spent many hours entertaining myself alone. I had friends in the neighborhood and at school, but if they were not available to play from time to time, I found plenty of ways to occupy myself until my working parents returned. As a preteen, I spent my share of hours on the phone and in front of the Mickey Mouse Club, alone. As a teen, I studied dance with the fervor of a prima ballerina and would spend hours in my basement studio practicing for a dream career in dance, alone. In college, I loved living in a dorm because it was like having sisters, and at the same time, I was thankful to have a single room. Being able to shut my door against the noise gave me not only peace, but also the privacy I needed. The clatter of my braille writer would not bother anybody, and I could use my tape recordings to help me study alone. Later, as a wife and the mother of a son and daughter, I felt fulfilled with my busy household. Yet after each child left for independence and my husband and I dissolved our marriage, I found myself alone, but not unhappy. Then entered the pandemic. Self-imposed self-isolation came naturally. Previously, except for an occasional lunch out, a meeting, doctor's appointments, and church, my days had been spent alone, with only the company of my guide dog. Life as a single blind woman who lives alone prepared me well for social distancing. Now my days are filled with correspondence via email, listening to talking books, meetings via Zoom, and cleaning up closets. I am blessed to have a friend who takes us to a park once a week to hike through woods, to break the monotony of solitude and just walking around the neighborhood, keeping our distance and wearing our masks. Having a flesh and blood person to be with, rather than just a voice on a screen, is a real treat. I pray that someday soon I'll buy another bottle of something fun and we'll celebrate by ripping off our masks and enjoying it together and toasting the end.
This essay is part of Telling Our Stories, a series featuring the voices of Next Avenue readers, with support from Aroha Philanthropies. To hear more stories and to learn more about us, visit nextavenue.org. Telling Our Stories is a production of Twin Cities PBS.